Last week, the USM Media Studies department had a special presentation of their Service Learning class. And I'm here right now with Dennis Gilbert, the professor of that class, to let us know a little bit more about it. And we actually have some clips from that event as well. Thanks for joining us, Dennis.
Well, it's great to be here.
To start off with, could you tell me a little bit about how the whole project, the Service Learning program, started in the Media Studies program?
Sure. The Service Learning Practicum, which is a requirement for all graduating seniors, it's a capstone, was the brainchild of Catherine Lasky, who was one of the founders of the Media Studies program. She instituted this Service Learning Practicum as a way for either individual students or student teams to work with nonprofits in the community to help them meet their media needs.
And I was at the event last week with some of the presentations. Could you give us some ideas of some of the projects and what they did?
This year we had 44 students working together on 13 projects. We worked with the Bicycle Coalition of Maine, Boys to Men. We also work within the university as well as, but mostly in the community. Within the university, we had a project with the USM Art Gallery and with the Department of Athletics. We had projects with CTN, one with CTN, one with the Center for Grieving Children, one with the Portland Symphony, one with South Portland School Department.
Could you describe some of those? Like, so for example, what was the project with the Bicycle Coalition of Maine?
Bicycle Coalition of Maine, the state legislature passed a law requiring motorists to give bicyclists a 3-foot swath of safety when they pass them. So the Bicycle Coalition was looking for PSAs to help educate the public about this law.
3 feet mean the difference between life and death. Give at least 3 feet of clearance when passing bicyclists. It's the law. Learn more about bicycle safety at www.bikemaine.org.
You suggested a team of students worked on a viewer survey for us.
Yes.
And I thought that their presentation was very, very professional, and it gives us a lot of information. They did some data crunching, but there's some still yet to go, and we'll probably make that public pretty soon.
What we did was we worked with Tom to find out a way to create a survey, and the survey was supposed to find out who's watching, when they're watching, what the age range is that they're watching, basically getting a general idea of who they are and what they're enjoying when they're watching Community Television Network on Channel 5.
Also, there was a pretty interesting presentation for Boys to Men. Do you want to describe
Boys to Men, yes. Andrew Richter, who's a Vista America or Vista volunteer there this year, heard about our program, contacted me last September, I think, and said he'd really like to do a project about filmmaking with the students who are involved in Boys to Men. And what he was looking for was a chance for graduating college seniors to work with middle and early high school kids who had an interest in filmmaking as a kind of, big brother mentor kind of situation. Help them learn about using the camera, being on camera, lighting and stuff like that.
What we've been doing here with the kids is taking what our education has given us and trying to give it to them in a more condensed version.
My experience with these boys has been surprising. I really didn't know that they were going to take on to filmmaking as much as they have. There are a few of them that have really taken a strong grasp of the camera, of all the technical considerations. These kids are so smart, and they have ample opportunity to excel in the field of filmmaking or whatever it is that they go into.
And you did mention that they also do projects for departments within the university.
Yes.
Could you talk about the one that they did for the athletic department?
The 3 students who worked on that project first contacted 25 high school students and said, what would you like to see in a recruiting video? And And the results are interesting. They seem to want to know about programs, facilities, coaches and stuff like that, but they're also interested in the academic side of things. So that really shaped the scripting of this.
The dynamics of the athletic department really enable the students to be pretty much together, you know, so it's not just separate sports and separate entities. They're all pretty much the same. They're all working towards the same things. And that's why you see collectively all the student athletes here are very close, and they're very, they believe in their programs, they believe in their coaches, and our athletic department.
Could you describe the project for Center for Grieving Children?
Through contacting Paul Golding over at the center, he asked us to develop a project with a team to work with their multicultural support program. They found out that one of the 4 students from USM was a songwriter, and so they thought it would be a great idea if the kids wrote a song together.
Through the storytelling and the interviewing, what was going on in the smaller groups where people were talking about music, and then one of the camera guys is a songwriter and plays guitar. So because the kids were showing us that they were into the song thing and into music, and Billy was there, we thought we would create a song.
So yeah, let's write a song together. Does anybody kind of hear, like when they look at this, do they kind of hear it as anything in their brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how would that go? Kind of history. I have nothing but love. Okay. It's all coming together.
It's like a dream, follow your dreams. It's not easy, but love makes things better.
So as we come to the end of this program, we can celebrate a lot of various successes. We have improvement in their social relationships, confidence in who they are, doing better at school. So as the children were telling you in the song, we celebrate this program and the fact that love makes things better.
The students, they started missing the kids when they weren't there, and Billy, the singer-songwriter, is looking into a career in music therapy now, and you
wow.
know, so you know, service learning is about learning, you know, not just service, but the students are graded on what they learn, not necessarily on the volunteer work they do.
Right. It sounds like a wonderful project, and I know it was for us. It was very.
Yes.
It helped us out a lot.